I got too many games. I gotta at least try them all. This is my first impression backlog Death March. So technically, this is a game that I've already played way back when it came out. Jeez, I'm an old codger here. But it's been years since I've played it, and there is a new Tomb Raider movie coming out, so may as well finally get around to it. Haven't actually played this PC version yet, so let's give this a shot. What are the buttons? I'm hoping it works with my controller. I've got a kind of an Xbox-style controller. It's working with the left and right stick for cycling through this. I have no. Maybe I'll have to do keyboards. Okay. Default keys. Yeah, I'll probably have to go keyboard mousey on this. Up, down. Oh my god, are they seriously using the arrow keys? Oh my god. Del and page down. Step right, step left. Okay, that's an old school thing to be doing. Shift walk. I don't really have a standard keyboard though, so this is going to be tough. Alt, Control, Space. Okay, so it is having trouble detecting my... I've got a Logitech controller. It's kind of like an Xbox Live, or it's like an Xbox controller. It's having trouble detecting that, so I went in here and made some user keys. It was using the arrow keys on the keyboard, but that's not gonna work for me, so let's get on with it. Did have to change some buttons around. As I said, here's the setup. I'm using standard WASD and then Q and E for the step left, step right. Let's see how all this goes. New game. Okay, finally. It took me about 3 or 4 shots to get this working. DOSBox apparently does not like my recording software. I'm using Action, by the way. It used to be I would just get into this part, and it looked like some of the textures would be replaced by the heads up little diagram thing that Action uses. So, whatever. Anyway, let's draw some weapons. Bam! Yep. Remember that in this game you don't really even need to aim. You just pull out your weapons and they will shoot automatically. Bam! Alright. There's walk. So yeah, I had to type in my user preferences every single time. Jeez, it was annoying. Hop. Sprinked. Okay, how, with the keyboard mouse, how do I... There used to be a way where you could make her do like a swan dive. I'm not sure how to do that on keyboard mouse. On the old PlayStation, you just hold the two bumpers, the two left and right bumpers, and then you would do a jump or something. Oh, okay, it's just hold shift. Okay, I got it. If I remember right, there's some wolves up here. Oh, bam! Oh, darts. Okay, stop rolling. So right now, in order to beat the problems I was having, I am running in, yeah, I see that, windowed DOSBox right now. So on my 4K monitor, that means it's about the size of a postage stamp. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah. Something I remember about this. The jumping's weird. You, like, hit the jump button, then, like, right after it, before she gets off the ground, then you have to hit forward. It becomes intuitive after a while. But that is after a while. Little ledges like this are never-endingly annoying. I think it's not until Tomb Raider 2 that she actually gets the ability to climb up minor ledges without looking like an idiot. Come on. Whoop. Can I hop sideways? Come on. Come on! Alright, I know what to do. And yeah, you actually use the hop back right there. Like that. Oh, come on. Game. Like if you just tap backwards, like that. Because you will go a little bit less than one square, so you can use it to line up your jumps. Like, see how all of this is done in like a really grid-like pattern, where sure, you know, different corners are raised or lowered, but each of these vertices is in the exact same spot in the XY plane. So left and right, forward and back, every vertice here is in the same spot, but it's just at a different elevation. So that's kind of how they made do with the limited PlayStation hardware at the time. There we go. And you can always tell if there's an enemy around because she'll start pointing her guns at something. See, there's some bats. Guns out. Guns out, it's time for business. Don't even have to see what you're shooting at. So I think there's a health pack over here. Ah, screw it. So, seeing as this is more of a review of the, or first impression of the emulation or emulator, or of the port, that's the word I'm looking for. I mean, it's weird. I am literally playing with one hand right now, based on the kind of keyboard I have. I can get away with that. So all my buttons are like right here. So that's kind of interesting. I know there's some jokes to be had there, but it is kind of weird. I remember playing this, you know, needing two hands way back in the day for, you know, the controller. It's a shame I couldn't get my controller to work. So there's another trick she can do when she's climbing up a ledge. She can do like a handstand. Let's see if I get a chance to do it without getting killed by wolves here. It's been long enough that I don't completely remember what I'm doing. I know there's a health pack around somewhere to get in this early area. I'm gonna bypass it because I don't need it. I'm just doing a short thing here, but come on. Oh, shoot. There we go. I think it's in here, actually. Okay, if I can find it. You can tell there's some textures flickering at the seams there. It might not be immediately noticeable, but this game does seem to have a lot in common with a game I played a little while back. Oh yeah, she can slide. Hades, in that it uses the whole grid-like thing, and a lot of the controls are similar enough that you can almost call it a Hades, kind of a high-tech spiritual successor almost, which I would. Oh shoot! You gotta be careful with that. So I think if you... Okay, she should be able to grab on. is it? Okay, there we go. You have to hold the action button in order to grab on, like that. And no matter how much momentum she gets going up, she always has to... Oh, whoa. What am I doing? Oh, so I moved my action button to tab. So that's not going to work with the Steam overlay. Shoot. Oh, I'm going to have to rethink my configuration here. I thought I had everything figured out. Maybe if I move it to F. Let's see here. There we go. I'm actually just using my other hand, finally, to hold the shift key on the opposite side. Ah, shut up, Windows. So, now I think I can hold that. Hold shift. Oh, come on. Now, how do I... There's a way to, like, hop down ledges. Am I, like, perma-walking now? Whoa. Okay. So the controls do take a little bit of getting used to in the port here, but like I said, once you get used to it, it'll probably be secondhand. If I could get my controller working, that would be optimal, but whatever. Let's flip the switch and get onto something. There, in this first level here, there is a really neat way to get yourself killed. Ah, bam! Bats. You like hop on top of Midas's hand and you turn into gold. Which you could probably say is the first of Lara Croft's many deaths in her games that are featured. I know the new Tomb Raider reboot, which I actually did first for impression of way back in the day. I think it was actually my first impression video in this series. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, she has many deaths in that are pretty gory, but I do think the first specialized death is probably that Midas hand thing. Speaking of that first video, if I remember right, that was made for the first impression backlog Death March thing. I don't think I was calling it that at that time, but part of the whole point of that was to try to get through as many games as I could, specifically in March. What am I pointing at? I have no idea where I am anymore. I mean, this is different. I think I took a different turn somewhere. If I remembered right... Okay, here's some wolves. When you first come into this level, like off to the left, you go forward and then off to the left there's a the first main hub area. This is definitely a little bit different. Different than I remember, so hey, it's close enough to a first impression. Oh, this is not going to fall at all. There's not going to be anything mean and nasty down there. The T-Rex that you fight is actually in the second level, if I remember right. So, I'm not going to face him down here. I remember cheesing that T-Rex pretty badly way back in the day. Come on. Face forward. This is before, this game was made before games had the thumbsticks, the analog sticks, so you can kind of understand that the camera is pretty terrible. It just kind of like does what it wants, you just kind of have to hope that it is predictable enough for you to do what you need to. It doesn't actually affect which direction your character is facing, so I suppose in a way that's nice. But it still is definitely a thing to keep in mind. I have no idea what I'm going to use as a kind of a breaking point for any of this first impression, but... Oh, this is the area I was talking about, I think. Is it? I have no idea. Which is good. Which is fresh. So I moved my roll button over by... whoa. Over by my look button, and that's probably a bad idea. A trick you can do on some older games like this, you can even do this on some newer games, is if you're looking straight at something, you can't see it, but if you turn a little bit, suddenly if it gets into view. That's because they don't use a circle to determine your view distance, they use a cube or a square. So, I think I see a bear. They use a cube or a square, so if you turn yourself like 90 degrees, that's enough to get whatever it is you're looking at into like the corner of the cube. I'm sure you probably already know that, but whatever. Should be like video gaming 101 at this point. There it is. Bang, bang. I remember as a kid I always liked it when the guns were kind of off sync like that, so it was like blam bam 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 instead of like bam 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 bam. But minor thing there. Come on. Tiger still down there? Whatever. Alright, let's try our first hard jump here. So what you use that jump back for is you jump back. This is just enough space to get a running start and then leap. You do need to get a running start for some of these jumps, and it's kind of picky on how much space you need. Okay, maybe this is the area I was thinking of. Oh! Bam! Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, this looks completely new to me. Wow. Okay, well, anyway, so... Is this the area I was thinking of? I have no idea anymore. So, this is Tomb Raider 1. Kicking it old school. Really old school with old school Lara, if you will. Oh yeah, and you can't, completely get a dramatic pose. Hold on. I think if I back her up against the wall. Oh, it still goes. Come on, I need a dramatic pose to call this off. Oof. Okay. Tomb Raider 1. Good enough. Till next time, Alita.